I am always looking for new chicken recipes, and this one is our new favorite. All right, so for these garlic parmesan chicken skewers, I'm just going to get started by making the spice mix for the chicken, which is just going to be some dry ranch seasoning, some dried dill, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and a little bit of salt and pepper. I will have the recipe linked in the description box below, so you will have all of the measurements of everything that you need. But you just want to toss all of that together, and I had a little bit of like clumps in my ranch seasoning, so I'm just using the back of the spoon to kind of break those up as I'm stirring it together. For the chicken, I'm just using chicken breast. You can use chicken thighs, chicken tenders, whatever you prefer. Now the recipe does say to cut it into 2 to 3 inch pieces, and I started out trying to do that, but because my chicken breasts were different sizes, it wasn't going to be even, so I ended up cutting them into smaller chunks, probably about like an inch, inch and a half, just trying to get them as close as I can in size, just so that way they cook at the same rate. And once I have those cut up, I'm just going to add them into a Ziploc bag, and then I'm going to put in a little bit of oil. You just want like a neutral oil, so like vegetable, avocado, canola, and then add in your spices, seal the bag, and then just rub all of the seasonings over the chicken so that way everything is well coated. And then I pop this in my refrigerator. You don't have to let it like marinate, but I wanted to let it do so. So I popped it in the fridge for a couple of hours. Then you want to make sure that you soak your skewers so that way they don't burn. And then I'm going to combine the spices that are going to go in this sauce, which is just going to be some more of that ranch seasoning, some red pepper flakes, dill, and onion powder. And then we're going to need to mince up 8 to 10 cloves of garlic. Yes, it's a lot of garlic, but this is what makes this dish, and use fresh garlic if you're able to. It's going to make such a big difference. But you just want to get like a fine mince on that. And then I'm going to add it into a pan with 1 stick of butter. Now I do want to note with the red pepper flake, I used half the amount that the recipe called for, and the spice level was a little bit spicy to me, but not too spicy, and I'm pretty like weak when it comes to spice. So just adjust that ingredient based off of the spice level that you want. But I'm just going to put this on the stove, let it melt down, and let the garlic cook for just a couple of minutes, just so it's not like a raw garlic flavor, because we are going to reserve some of the sauce to brush on at the end. And then to that, I'm going to add in my spices along with just a dash of hot sauce, which I almost forgot. So I'm going to add in a moment, along with some Parmesan cheese. And you're also going to want some fresh parsley as well. I cannot say enough good things about this sauce. It is incredible. My husband and I were both absolutely in love with this recipe. If you did not want to do this part on the stove, the recipe does give directions on how to do this in your microwave, so just keep that in mind if you would prefer to do it that way. But once that comes together, all I'm going to do is put the chicken on my skewers. You want to tightly pack the chicken together so that way it doesn't dry out, and then brush it with some of the sauce. And then this is going to go in the oven at 400 degrees for about 14 to 15 minutes depending on the size of your chicken. And then we're going to take it out halfway through, rotate the skewers over, and then brush the other side. And I am telling you, this is absolutely incredible. There are also directions for making this in your air fryer or on the grill if you would prefer to do so. And once it came out, I just served it over some white rice, and we were ready for dinner. I really hope that you enjoyed today's recipe. Please make sure that you subscribe before you go if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in the next video.